now we're going to talk about sends and how to use sends with Logic Magician. If you are not familiar with sends, you're brand new to the concept of using sends or aux tracks or anything of that nature, please visit theblindlogic.pro and sign up for the mailing list and get the free Getting Started with Logic course. There is a module in there that goes in depth and explain what sends are and why or how to use them. Once you have that understanding, you can come back and check out this tutorial about using them with Logic Magician, because using them with Logic Magician is going to speed up the workflow. So if you remember from working with plugins are going to be 1 through 0. Sends are going to be shift 1 through 0. So if I'm on a track that has a send, if I hit shift 1,
minus 17.0, bus 2.
It tells me that that is using bus 2 and the send level is set to minus 17. Now, if I were to say hit shift 2 on this track,
search text field blank.
You see it drops down the list for me to select the send. That means there isn't a second send on this track. So I can down arrow.
Independent post pan, post fader, pre fader, check mark no send. Bus, submenu.
Go down to bus.
Bus 2 right arrow aux 4. Bus 3 right arrow large hall / bus 4 right arrow small room / 12 string and reverse guitars. Bus 6.
And I can pick a different bus. So case in point, I'll pick bus 6. And once I hit return on that, you hear the sound as Logic Magician re-engages. So now if I were to press shift 2.
Infinite, bus 6.
You hear it say infinite and bus 6. Infinite basically means the level for the send is turned all the way down. So once again, you know that there's nothing other than what we had in the first position, the first send on the track, which was bus 2. If I do shift 1.
Minus 17.0, bus 2.
And if I do shift 2, it's going to tell you what the second send on the track is, which is the one we just added.
Infinite, bus 6.
So now if I do shift 3, it's going to drop down the list for me to pick a send again. So I'm going to go ahead and press shift 3.
Search text field blank.
And this time I'm just going to use a search because it puts us in a search field. So instead of down arrow into bus and then right arrow, and I know that 6 was the last available bus number that I used. So this time I'm just going to hit the number 7.
7.
And if I down arrow,
bus 7.
You see it has bus 7. So I'm going to hit return to select that.
Closing menu, control bar.
And now I have a third send on this track. If I do shift 3.
Infinite, bus 7.
You see that bus 7 is in use and that is also set to infinite. So that is how you can add a send to a track, is using shift and 1 through 0 to add up to 10 sends to your track. Now, if you want to adjust these send levels, because you see this first one,
minus 17.0, bus 2.
is set to minus 17. The second one, if I do shift 2,
infinite, bus 6.
is set to infinite. So now that means, as I said earlier, that the send level is turned all the way down. So if you had like a reverb or delay or something on this send, you wouldn't hear anything at all. But if you want to adjust the send level, you can use page up and page down to do so. If you're on a laptop keyboard, then that's going to be FN up arrow and FN down arrow. FN up arrow is page up and FN down arrow is page down. So if I were to hit page up,
minus 95, minus 7, minus 35, minus 25.0, minus 15.0.
and you see it's jumping in pretty large increments. So let's say I wanted to set this to minus 17. I just did page up and it went up to minus 15. If I do page down,
minus 25.0.
you see it went back to minus 25. So I'll do page up again.
Minus 15.0.
That takes me minus 15. So now I can use shift page up and shift page down to move in small increments. If you're on a laptop, that's going to be shift FN up arrow or shift FN down arrow. So if I do shift page down,
minus 16.0, minus 17.0.
I can set this to minus 17. Now, let's say you want to bypass a send. That is going to be accent, similar to how it is with the plugin. So whenever you press shift and a number to select the send, then when you press accent, it will toggle that send bypassed and unbypassed. So if I do
minus 17.0, bus 6.
shift 2, and you see that's bus 6. If I hit accent,
bypassed.
It will says bypass. So now if I press shift 2,
bypassed, minus 17.0, bus 6.
You'll hear it say bypass and then the bus number. So if I hit shift 1,
minus 17.0, bus 2.
I'm going to solo this track so we can hear this in effect.
Soloed.
All right, I just hit S to solo. Now if I play this, this is a track with the guitar solos. And that delay is what the first send is going to. So if I were to press shift 1,
minus 17.0, bus 2.
I got the first bus selected, which is bus 2. And now if I press the accent key,
bypass,
that bypasses it. So if I were to play this, you see that there is no longer any delay there. Now if I press accent again,
active,
it says active. And you hear the delay again. So one thing to note is that this bypass state will not speak while the project is playing. So I'm going to go ahead and play the project. And you notice it didn't say anything, but you may have heard the delay's not there anymore. I'm going to play this again. And you hear the delay come back because I pressed the accent key to re-enable the send while the track was playing. So just keep in mind when your playhead is moving, you're not going to hear it speak bypass or active. And that was done so that while you're mixing, you can bypass and turn something on without being distracted by the speech. And you can kind of hear in real time whether it's an effect that you want to keep or you want to bypass it or not. All right, so once again, shift 1 through 0 lets you select the send. If there's no send when you press shift 1 through 0, it's going to drop down the menu so you can choose to add a send to the track. When that menu's drop down, Logic Magician is disabled so you can type in the search field, or you can down arrow to and choose a bus or output, etc. If you want to adjust your send level, that's going to be page up or page down. Shift page up or page down to move in small increments. And you can use FN up and down arrows on a laptop and shift FN up and down arrows on a laptop. And accent will allow you to bypass the send. Now, let's say you want to get rid of a send or change a send. We'll start with removing a send. Let's go over to shift 3.
Infinite, bus 7.
That's the third send on the track. Let's say I don't want that anymore. I can just do shift accent.
Tracks, group.
And that will get rid of the send. So now if I do shift 1.
Minus 17.0, bus 2.
And shift 2.
Bypassed, minus 17.0, bus 6.
And shift 3.
Search text field, blank.
You see when I hit shift 3, it gives me the drop down menu to pick a send because I deleted the send or removed the send from the track with shift accent.
Closing menu.
Now, let's go back to shift 2 for a second.
Bypassed, minus 17.0, bus 6.
That's our second send, right? Now, let's say I want to change that from, say, bus 6 to use a different send. Like, let's say I want to use one of the reverb sends that's already in the project. If I hit the letter X, it will drop down the menu so that I can pick a different send or a different bus. So I'm just going to hit X.
Search text field, blank.
And now if I down arrow to bus.
Checkmark, independent, checkmark, post fader, pre-fader, no send, hyphen bus, output, hyphen bus, submenu.
And now I'm going to right arrow.
Bus, submenu, 39 item solo GTRS, submenu. Bus 2 right arrow Auxes 4. Bus 3 right arrow large hall / 3.9 S Prince Hall 1.
Let's go with this one. So
tracks, group.
Hit return, and now I'm sending to that reverb. So if I would have hit shift 2.
Bypassed, minus 17.0, bus 3.
You hear that now I'm sending to bus 3 instead of what I was previously sending to, which was bus 6. So I'm going to play this. Actually, let's shift 1.
Minus 17.0, bus 2, bypass.
Let's bypass the delay that's in the first send. Now I'm going to play this. Not much of a difference, right? It sounds dry, and that's because if I hit shift 2.
Bypassed, minus 17.0, bus 3.
You see that second send is still bypassed. So I need to hit accent.
Active.
Now if I play this. You hear that lead guitar going through the reverb. Now if I hit shift 1.
Bypassed, minus 17.0, bus 2.
Go ahead and play this. I'm going to hit accent. And now you have that lead guitar being sent to a delay. and sent to a reverb. So shift accent will let you remove the selected send, and if you hit the letter X, that will let you swap out the selected send for a different send. Now you can also use the letter X to remove a send. If I hit shift 2 again,
minus 17.0, bus 3.
If I hit the letter X,
search text field, blank.
Drops down the menu.
Check mark bus 3 right arrow, independent pan. Check mark post fader, pre-fader, no send.
If I select no send,
closing menu.
That also removes the send. So now if I hit shift 1,
minus 17.0, bus 2.
You see that one's still there, but if I hit shift 2,
search text field, blank.
Drops down the menu for me to pick a send. So
closing menu.
You can hit the letter X and select no send to remove a send. So in case shift accent doesn't work for some reason, you can just select the send with shift and a number and then press the letter X and down arrow to no sends. One other thing I'll point out here is the equal key.
No plugins, 1 send.
Will report the number of plugins and sends on a track. So you just heard it say no plugin and 1 send. And that's because I just removed the second and third send that I added to this track. So if I were to say add 2 more sends, if I do shift 2.
Search text field, blank.
And let's type in 6.
Bus 6 right arrow Auxes 6. Closing menu.
And make that bus 6. I just down arrowed and selected bus 6 and hit return. I'm going to do shift 3.
Search text field.
And I'll just type
7.
in 7. I'll
7.
Down arrow.
Bus 7 right arrow Aux 7.
Select bus 7, hit return.
Closing menu.
And now if I were to hit the equal.
No plugins, 3 sends.
You see that there is 3 sends on the track. If I were to hit the number 1 without shift.
Search text field, blank.
Let's just type in EQ.
Channel EQ, submenu, EQ. Channel
And
EQ, controls, solo GTRS, dial.
We just loaded up the channel
Main
EQ.
window. Channel EQ.
So now if I hit equal.
1 plugin, 3 sends.
You hear it says 1 plugin and 3 sends. So equal will let you know how many plugins and sends you have on the track. Remember, if you are not familiar with sends, you're brand new to the concept of using sends or aux tracks or anything of that nature, please visit theblindlogic.pro and sign up for the mailing list and get the free Getting Started with Logic course. There is a module in there that goes in depth and explain what sends are and why or how to use them. If you want to see a real world use case of me adding delay and reverbs to vocals using sends with Logic Magician and the feature we're going to discuss next, Control Tab, there's going to be a link in the description and pinned comment below. Also, there's going to be a link in the description and the pinned comment to all the Logic Magician documentation and tutorials. And as always, until next time, happy recording.